So, most likely after this week, I will be changing my upload schedule a little bit. Mainly just, I'm probably going to switch battle videos to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you guys got any huge objections, let me know. But it would just make it a lot easier for me if I did that. So, if it works out for you guys, it works out for me. And then OP parts, I'm still in the process of getting those ready. So, be patient with that. I just have been a little bit on the hectic side. But anyways, hey guys, it's Wild. We got a match here today against sexymilo or sexymilodic. I don't even know. I have the thing saved as sexymilo, but I think it's sexymilodic, but I don't fucking know. But anyways, standard OU match using that one rain team. He's got a basically standard team. Like the only thing that sticks out there is like the chandelier and kind of the cloister, but otherwise it's fairly standard and synergetic. I mean, the fact that he has the cloister as his water type, I mean, it doesn't really provide as much synergy as it could since he's already got two grass types. But then he's got the chandelier for the fire, but it's like still just kind of eh. But anyways, threats on his end, nothing honestly really. Like the Breloom obviously is always gonna be a threat. You always got to mention that, but I should be able to deal with it okay enough. Chandelier will be pretty annoying, but if I can get it with Politoed or Dragonite, I should be pretty okay. And then the rest of his team I shouldn't have too much trouble with. Like maybe Ferrothorn, but it's Ferrothorn, so I'll deal with it. But anyways, since he has no weather, and I know there's nothing that can really be too bad for Politoed to lead off with that I can't get a pivot switch to, I figure let's just go with Politoed and see where it goes from there. But he's actually going to lead off with Jirachi, which is like, I don't really get why he led with Jirachi, but okay. I'm just going to go for Scald, and that's all that's going to be said and done. So, go for Scald, does a little bit of damage, but I'm like at this point, hey, looking at his team, like I said, the only thing I need Politoed for is a Chandelure, so I might as well just try and fish for a burn and let Politoed just get kind of sacked, but I do eventually get the burn. Actually, there's only one more Scald, so I can't really say eventually, because it happened pretty quick, as a matter of fact, but the point is, I burned him, so, I don't know. Anyways, bring in Jirachi, because I know that Jirachi can take Ferrothorn's hits, so I can most likely get Stealth Rocks up, so I kind of want to just do that, because Stealth Rocks are the best move in the game, so you might as well get him up, right? But, he goes for Thunder Wave. I'm like, okay, so now he doesn't have Gyro Ball, so I'll keep that in the back of my head. Should be useful to know, but I probably won't need to remember it as much. Just remember, hey, don't let your Tornadus get Thunder Waved, or anything else for that matter. Thunder Waving, getting Thunder Wave shit is bad. Yeah, that's what I meant to say, kind of, sort of. Anyways, he brings in the Chandelure, my Jirachi's, I let the Stealth Rocks, and I gotta switch out, and I think I did notice the leftovers when he had them, so I knew Politoed should be able to take any really potential hits it wants to do, so just go and do it, and go for Scald, as he goes for Shadow Ball. Doesn't do as much since he's obviously not a Life Orb, so I should be able to take one more Shadow Ball, and if he wants to stay in, I can take him out. If he doesn't want to stay in, he goes to something else and take a Scald, which, I mean, nothing wants to quote-unquote take it, but are the things that can take it. Because, like, Ferrothorn, for example, it's just wearing it down, and the more Ferrothorn gets worn down, the easier it gets for me. And then if he brings in Breloom, there's that burn chance, and then Cloister, burn chance also, plus Cloister kind of sucks, so probably wouldn't take it that well since it's in the rain. But anyways, just gonna go for Ice Beam, because I'm like, okay, now that I know the Chandelure is, leftovers, it should be a bit easier to deal with, so I'm just gonna stay in with Politoed, just try and get as much damage on this Ferrothorn as possible, and maybe take it out eventually. He does go for Leech Seed, so he will be getting a bit of extra health. So I know right here, okay, it looks like he might be recovering a bit more than I'm dealing, so I'm just going to switch out to Jirachi just to do what it does best and be useless right now, honestly. Like the most useful thing Jirachi can do right now is be useless. Like, it makes no sense, but at the same time it does, because I can bring it into a Ferrothorn where it's completely useless and just use it to waste it to go to something else, basically. But, he does outspeed me after the Thunder Wave, which is kind of obvious, because he's not going to run speed, or he's not going to have to worry about having minus IVs or minus speed nature while he's a Thunder Waving Ferrothorn, so outspeeding shit wouldn't hurt too much, but he gets a Leech Seed off, and I tried to go for Iron Head to flinch him, but obviously he outsped me. So now, I'm going to go back into Politoed, because I know here he's probably just going to go for the Power Whip, and Politoed's expendable at this point too, so that's kind of why I brought it in at the same time. Expendable. But, yeah, so I brought it in mainly just, like I said, to die before, and I only switched it out just because of Leech Seed, so this time it's not really as huge a concern for Leech Seed, but he's able to take me out right here with the Power Whip, But looking at his HP, Burn should be able to take him out, so it's not like it's too much of a bother to really give a shit about it. So, take himself out with the Burn, and then I'm going to bring in Tracheon, just because it should be a good pivot switch to most of his dudes, except for like Breloom. But he brings in the Chandelure. I can just hit this thing with a Stone Edge to take him out. I probably should have gone for Earthquake there to be safe, but at the same time I was just being stupid. But the point is I take out a Chandelure, so no harm, no real foul, right? But he's going to go into Breloom, and I do not want to stay in on this thing. I know it can set up if I went into Jirachi, but I'd rather go into Jirachi, sack that while he tries to set up, and then go out to something else. Like, it makes no fucking sense, but I did it anyways. But, turns out he's actually banded because he went for low sweep. That'll easily take me out because I do not have defense EVs. But now that I know he's banded, I can go into Tornadus and hit him with a Hurricane and try and take him out. But he's going to go into his Jirachi again. Well, not really again, but I guess he did lead off with it, so I guess it's again. But I don't know why I really said again because there's really no point to say again. But the point is, he goes into Jirachi and it takes the Hurricane really well. So I'm going to assume that it is special defensive because otherwise it would have taken it a bit worse. But, you know, whatever. So I'm going to go into Dragonite because I really have nothing else I really want to switch in. Because I know he's probably going to go for Body Slam or Thunder Wave. So I'd rather if something was going to get paralyzed, it could be Dragonite at this point. Plus I do have the chance of going for Thunder and paralyzing him. So I can get a free switch into my Mamoswine. So that's kind of what I want to do. But instead of going for the Thunder, I actually go for the Roost. Because I thought, hey, he's probably going to try and just attack me. So I'm just going to get my Multiscale. But then he goes into Cloyster and I'm like, shit. I should have Thundered. I mean, he's probably just predicting the Earthquake, so it's pretty safe for him to just do that, but he's going to hit me with the Icicle Spear, easily able to take me out, because after the first hit, you know, it's just easy pickings from there. So, I die, but now I'm going to go into Tracheon just to close combat him and try and take him out, because I do not want a Cloyster on my field. It's not very nice. But he's going to go into Jirachi, which is really not the best play in the world, because that just leaves himself open to Tornadus now, so it's like, okay, leave yourself open to Tornadus. I'm not too bothered by that. But I'm just going to close combat him again to take him out because I do not want this Jirachi on my playing field because it does not suit me at all. But he's going to go to Alakazam right here, and I just go for the close combat to try and just destroy him. And I'm like, okay, well, I should be able to take on the rest of his shit with Mamoswine and Tornadus. So really, I just want to sack Tracheon at this point. And close combat actually does a really good chunk. Like, I am really okay with that damage. But, yeah, he takes me out with Psychic, obviously. Going to Tornadus. And since I do have speed, I get to hit him with the U-turn, which will take him out. And then all I got left is... well, I still got Tornadus left, technically. But I'm going to go into Mamoswine because that's all I have left. Is kind of what I was getting at there. So, plus the fact that Mamoswine can kind of kill the rest of his dudes. But then, I think, yeah, it's right here... The Versus Recorder randomly fucks up, but I'm pretty sure he just brought in the Cloyster to die, and he didn't do anything, and the Nice Shard, I guess, killed the Breloom. I have no idea what happened to the Versus Recorder. It actually happened with the match I tried to record before this, and then I was like, okay, well, let's record a different match, and it was like halfway through when it did, but then it's like this match, oh, right at the end, okay, so that's kind of fixable, but I'm pretty sure I just Earthquaked, and then Ice Shard killed the Breloom, and if it didn't, then I could have just killed a Tornadus, so, I don't know, that was a match, so good game, sexymilo, whatever, yeah, stuff, so, yeah, I guess that'll be it for today. I do have a Mosh Pit video going up, actually, it should already be up by the time this is up, so, go check that out, I guess, but that'll be it for me for today, so hope you guys enjoyed, etc, blah, rate, comment, sub, and later, guys.